through. Dark side, clearing up all the lies and the rumors too. Dark side, you say you want my life, you gotta fight me first. Dark side, come outside round here, there's nothing like church. Dark side, come and get this life. They talked about Jesus, give them something to Babylon. Just know my whole team is battle tested and battle strong. One world speaking that Tower Babel tongue. Cold Hammurabi thinking ancient Babylon. No pun intended, Reaganomics had us under avalanche. We took off like a rocket, they was praying we could never launch into the upper echelon. You can never be yourself. Every day is Comic-Con, fast money Ramadan. Who collected Comic-Con? Cold check my vital signs. Motel 6 float. Woke up with the brightest mind. Out of sight, out an idle mind. They hate it when you idolize. We living in the final times. Guess you Ellen Keller blind. Spirit when it's moving through. Dark side, clearing up all the lies and the rumors too. Dark side, you say you want my life, you gotta fight me first. Dark side, come outside round here, there's nothing like church. Dark side, come and get this life. Put my soul on the altar, I never offer a sacrifice. The blood that we need for the lamb ain't never acting right. I take my path tonight, knowing that I might have to fight. I probably grab a knife and a 9. I guess I'm packing light, focus on the now, just as much as the afterlife. I recognize the spirit is only taking up half the fight. Stairway to heaven, he won't make it up half a flight. He working, making bacon bits, probably out on the Sabbath night. Shoot for the moon, hoping to hit a satellite. You can ask them why when they see me, they call on Adonai. When we both know at the most he telling you half a lie. Feel the transition begin to happen when passing time. I came back in the sky, just like an astronaut, to say you selling Africans out. See you in Askamite, and it's sad to say they really had it bad for Christ. And I hear the Habasha thinking they are the half as white. Spirit when it's moving through. Dark side, clearing up all the lies and the rumors too. Dark side, you say you want my life, you gotta fight me first. Dark side, come outside round here, there's nothing like church. Dark side, come and get this life work.
I am back, man. Definitely back. Like I said, man, grand rise to everybody. You know, this is a beautiful morning. Like, if we just gonna be real. And, man, the power of the unholy spirit, right? And the reason why we talk about it unholy, right, is because, and we have to explain this every fucking time. I don't know why, but for some reason, niggas can't follow along with the dark side. So we have to repeat the same shit over and over again. But the reason why is because when they talk about this Holy Spirit, or the Ruach HaKodesh, as they say, the Ruach, when they referring to that, this is a spirit of separateness, right? It means to be separate. And the issue is that when you look at our condition, we're the only one who has the Holy Spirit. That's our issue. We're the only one who has a separate spirit, right? A separated spirit. We're the only ones who are set apart from each other, right? And this is why we talk about having an unholy spirit. The unholy spirit is the spirit of togetherness. This is the spirit of the collective, right? This is the spirit behind the building of the Tower of Babel, right? Which we know that ain't a true thing, but just in general. So I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, man. I feel the spirit moving, man. I'm gonna have to do it one more time, man. For real. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, but that's my shit. I'm saying, nah, man, we might run that radical real quick. Let's go ahead.
たった一つたった一つのたった一人たった一人の私はここ
Reparations on the table, nigga, we ain't seen shit. Put us under pressure, nigga, we ain't even sweat. Came out shining like a diamond in the middle, what's a mess? On Martin Luther King, bitch, we coming for a check. Headed to the capital to stake my feelings in the mind of a radical, you can't ride with me. I'm my only witness when I handle my business. Pull it from their hips, say bye-bye, Billy. No more time for no coasting, I'm on the highway focused. I ain't even smoking, I'm just riding my emotion. Both eyes open, I'm just trying to keep calm. Put an extra set of eyes on them doing recon. Knee deep in snow, say you try and keep going. Told him get up out the cold before my nigga deform. Every old wound seem to getting retorn. I'ma write deep poems to a nigga reborn. I'ma make a statement before I make it out alive. No Channel 5, I would rather make a lie. Before the news try to make a nigga out alive. But the pain in my eyes on a much bigger prize. 501, both hands in the sky. Little do they know it's no plan to survive. I ain't finna give them no chance to decide. I'ma put they feet in both hands in the fire. Dancing in the fire like Eshak. You gon' test the water, never get both feet wet. We done overexposed the city defense. To the overexposure indecent. They don't know they diving in the deep end. Ain't no way that they surviving through the weekend. Everything blown in the flash like a beacon. Drowned in the flames, it's too late to let it sink in. Got 10 ways I can be vengeful. Sitting on 10 grenades, every last pinful. This guerrilla war, they don't know what they in for. I can hear them at the door trying to move in slow. I can hold them off, I got 3 shots. Taking every soul for at least 3 blocks. I can smell the fire burning through the sheetrock. Seeing bodies in the flame, nigga try and reach out. This is how you practice what you finna speak out. Thinking about the facts that they try to leave out. This is for my roots running through the deep south. Dying for a cause, what we finna beef out. If you ain't about the cause, what you finna beef out. Showing up deep, we gon' bring the streets out. Every man line up, showing what your street out. An independent state, what a nigga need now.
たった一人たった一人の
An independent state. See, even with that song, not only with that song was there an involvement with the unholy spirit, but definitely agapic energy, right? And like I said, man, shout out to Diane Nash, the goddess of love, right? Being deified even in this moment, you know? Because part of us being here, right, and embracing our culture, we gotta make our culture, I ain't even gonna say African, you know, that tends to, you know, ruffle feathers. I'm just gonna say we gotta make our culture more aboriginal in general, right? And so, you know, the dark side will be introducing the pantheon, you know, a full pantheon. As we know, we have already, you know, Oprah is the goddess of science, technology, or is the image of the goddess of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, right? But, you know, we got different forms of a lot of the same things, you know. Like, that's just like, even if we talk about, you know, Elegua, Eshu, or Legba, right? Who is ours here, you know? To me, it would be Harriet Tubman, you know. I think that would be somebody who had that type of impact on us that would be worthy of a deification. Not only even man, what's cracking with you? What's good with you, Jesse? What's good? Definitely, man. Peace and love to you, loco. Yeah, man. But you know, even if we talking about what's good, shout out to Hood Therapy in the building. What's good? What's good? Oh yeah, this one's beautiful right here. I ain't gonna lie. I'm fucking with this one. Got me another quick little clean too. Don't look like no snakes. So let me see. Oh yeah, I can cut my camera on. Why not? Fuck it. Yeah. Found me another little clean one right here. Yeah. Making my job easy today. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Yesterday, all of these ones was buried. I was digging all damn day yesterday. I still made me a little pretty penny, but today look like it's starting out good, man. I told y'all I felt the unholy spirit moving through this motherfucker. Power to the dark side. Definitely. Yeah, we finna get it in. We finna get it in. Make a little change today. Let me get my little tools out real quick. But yeah, even when we talk about the God of War, you know, and a lot of times but for us here in the hells of America, our Ogun, right, or this God of science, technology, or this God of war, right, and agriculture, this would be none other than Nat Turner, right? I think that when we talk about the embodiment of Ogun, who better to deify that we have for Nat Turner, right? And so this is going to be part of, because a lot of times we talk about going back or having our independent state wherever it may be, which I already said we already have an independent state. It's called Liberia. We need to go take care of our shit. But even in having that, right? Shout out the front line and know what's good with your God body. Even in having that, we are different, and we shouldn't blend in because it's parts of our culture and history we shouldn't lose. And it's people in our culture and our history and things in our culture and our history that deserve to be passed on. And we have our own initiation here, right? Now we have to be better about our initiation into two things: adulthood and the society in general, how we allow people into the society. But we have multiple initiation processes. Our next move now, right? Get everybody on here on screen too. Our next move in general, it doesn't need to be now it needs to be, our own pantheon and our own form of worship in general. Like I said, we have a lot of the greats, and this is part of how the process of building a culture, right? Because remember, we are creating the cult of the future, right? Or culture. This is the culture of the future in general. And part of the reason why we creating this is not only to deal with some of the insecurities and the troubles that the cultures that we already participate bring us, but it's also about building up our own self-esteem and having respect for what we've created as a collective, and not just throwing all of that away. So, we talked about, like I said, Diane Nash. That's the goddess of love and sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? That's the goddess of love and sacrifice. And that's what agape energy is based upon. Part of making the moves that we need in order to, not only just have the independent state, but maintain it, build it, and have it grow is going to be sacrifice. Understanding that the beginnings of anything is tough. You know, you starting out a business, you starting out a new job, you starting out buying a new home, getting a new, anything is tough in the beginning. You know, that's a part of the process. But the sacrifice is that that at least the fruits of your labor will be enjoyed. Maybe not even by your kids, but preferably by their kids or their kids' kids. You know, it is the biggest part of the sacrifice is that you're not looking at, you're not doing something where the only reason why you do it is because you benefit immediately. The biggest thing is that the sacrifice is supposed to be for the next generation, right? You, the whole reason why you live your life is to make things easier on the next generation. We've fallen so much into Americanism that we're okay with making things tougher on the next generation, fucking up my baby's credit before they even get going. You know what I'm saying? Just it's multiple ways, but we definitely have to do a better job of that. So, and part of doing that is going to be instilling. Part of doing that is going to be instilling pride and dignity, preservation of our culture and who we are, and what being here has created. There's been some beautiful things that have come from us in general. But like I said, in general, we definitely got sacrifices that have got to be made. It's cold as fuck out here. I think it's because I ain't in the damn sun. I'm finna move in the sun after these two. Oh, God. Ooh. Oh, come on. Here we go. There's always one. Make you do a little extra. There we go. Try not to fuck my hands up no more. I done messed my damn hand up though. With the damn channel locks and all kind of shit slipping so many times. And the puncture on my damn finger. Tricky. But and like I said, anybody who want to come up, man, hit the link. Let me know. I'll drop the link. Just let me know. I don't mind having a little open panel. Everybody welcome. Y'all want to get y'all shit off y'all chest? You never know. But there's a war, and the war is of culture. And the reason why we created the dark side is that we've seen that Aboriginal culture has been losing to Western civilization for a little bit too long. And we ain't taking advantage of the so-called religious freedoms that we're supposed to have. And if we're supposed to have these religious freedoms right now, then there's no need for us to be hiding our spirituality. Which has been amazing, watching the growth of Black America in general. Now everybody is manifesting. Now everybody is, getting deep into, their natal chart, and now everybody is getting deep into, African spirituality or different forms of spirituality in general that pertain to like Aboriginal culture. When I say Aboriginal culture, I'm just dealing with ancestral worship, or ancestral veneration, and the embodiment or the principles that are, that are used to describe the different deities and the embodiment of these deities, right? Because that's the biggest part that separates us. One of the things that was key that people didn't pay a lot of attention to in that Cat Williams interview, he was talking about embodying. He didn't just believe in Jesus or the story. He believed in it so much that he began to embody it. He said at 13, he was leaving. He said it was time for him to go at 13. And god damn, of course that shit was flooding me out. Actually, I'll wait till it stop running. But in general, that embodiment, let me get Jesse on the screen real quick. Boop. That embodiment and that true belief that he had, or that root, and that's real faith, was when you embody the deity, right? That's real faith. And it shows that you're able to see yourself. And a problem with Western religion is that they don't allow you to see yourself in the deities. And so there's no embodiment. There's just always worship. And you got to remember, in our cultures, we don't have worship. We have serving, right? I serve you and you serve me, right? We both do something for each other, and we make exchanges, whether it be with each other on this side or with those who have moved on into the ancestral realm, right? Or into the spirit realm. There's always a pact that's going on, a deal. It's a give and a take. I give, you give. But that was one of the deepest parts that about the Cat Williams interview. Was when he was, damn, I gotta pump this shit up. When he was talking about thought the wind was trying to pick up. I gotta be careful because that shit throw my damn phone anyway. Well, the hole was clean till this shit happened. But we have to implement that back into our culture, the embodiment of these deities, right? Which is the importance of us deifying, some of our immediate ancestors. When I say immediate, I mean the ones that made the necessary sacrifices for us here in the hells of America in general. Deifying them is so important because you have to be able to see yourself in the deities, right, that you serve or that you may happen to worship or whatever. You have to be able to see yourself, because if you don't, then there doesn't become this embodiment. Like I said, it becomes a worship, and then you end up falling victim to the vampire deity asking you for fucking blood all the time. Remember, we're getting away from vampirisms. So part of the reason why even this culture is being built is because we've seen the blood deity infiltrate most spiritualities on the planet. So we have to create one that's anti-blood, right? We're anti-blood. No blood rituals will be in this. Damn, I gotta keep these gloves on my hands. Cold as fuck right here. I'm hoping it don't stop on y'all again. It stopped when I went to put in that information. And when I leave that page, it stops. Ooh. Stops a lot. Alright, there we go. I got both of these going. I did. There we go. But it is definitely important, you know, to see yourself. And not only that, because another thing is too, a lot of times in the different cultures that we are already currently in, not only do we not see ourselves in God, but we begin to see our enemies in God, right? And that is part of the reason why subconsciously we don't make the necessary sacrifices that we need for one another, right? Like I hear most people, especially spiritually, get into what we're up against more than what we can do, which worries me a lot because, you know, that's the point when you in these different spirits. That's the point of a story like David and Goliath. It ain't just so you can just, you know, hear the story and be like, oh wow, he did some great shit. It's so you're supposed to see yourself in that story and embody that. So you have to ask yourself, who is your Goliath? Right? Where is your Goliath at? And this doesn't and this Goliath can be manifested in multiple ways. It doesn't have to be manifested only in a physical being. Right? This could be manifested in something that you want to accomplish in general. This could be any wall that's in your way and that's blocking you from being able to accomplish some of the goals or dreams and things that you set out. You know, some of your Goliaths, some of our Goliaths, not just yours, but ours. Some of them are our own selves. That's the deep part about shadow work, which I'm getting ready to have my cousin on here soon. My cousin to be on in a couple of weeks to talk about she does do she's gonna start back doing readings, but she's definitely deep into astrology. She has her own channel on Facebook. I'm gonna have to see if I can share it with y'all, but she gonna definitely be getting into that. I'm also gonna have my homegirl on here too. She's an entrepreneur. She makes these fire ass hats for women. And she making them herself, you know what I mean, from hand. And you know, she got all kind of multiple different colors and stuff like that. I'm gonna have to bring her on. Also, so y'all can check her out. But getting ready to be cranking this thing up a lot more than what I have been. I know I have been slacking off. I'm even coming out of hermit mode now. I know. We're gonna go over. Probably gonna do a reading. One of my readings live again, like I kind of did it last time. Let's see what kind of message we get from spirit, or what kind of message I get from spirit. You know, I like being open in general with y'all, because I know that those, you know, here are soul tried, and those who are not, they're going to fall off by the wayside anyway. They don't have no power, you know what I'm saying? We don't give them no power. Dark side immortals. That's what they fail to realize. That's what they fail to realize. Like, and they shout out, man. Power to the dark side. The last one standing. You know, all of the other haters and the imitators fell to the waste. The mortal dark side shit, you know. No leaks. No leaks. So that put me at 20, 40. I need to speed up. I'm bullshitting for it. I need to kill both of these boxes in 3 hours. Alright, let me see. Let me see what my battery look like. Whew. I'm gonna fuck with y'all for a little bit longer. Let's see here. Here we go. 14. 8. Okay. Gotta make sure these addresses and these numbers is in here right. It's the only part that sucks. I hate doing the technical shit. Kind of slow down my process, but it's cool. 4026. 0138. Yep. Just got the C222. That's a random number. Pop up. Copper. Polyester. And complete the. Yeah, buddy. We gonna get it in now. Let me see. And then I got my cousin too. I forgot about that. I got a debate set up with my cousin. You know, he wanted to challenge me on a few things about Christianity, dealing with the Habashah. He fell into the Habashah trap also. I didn't even, and it was crazy, man. I started go, I was finna go in on him because he started, I started getting, he started writing me on Facebook right after the Lex interview. So I thought this was like a random like Hebrew troll and shit, you know, a Christian troll. And so I'm finna go in, then I look at his friend list and everybody that was on his friends was my family. I'm like, oh shit. So I had to calm down. So we gonna have a nice little, you know, set up a nice little discussion. I told him, you know, make sure he get his information together and all of that. And then from there, you know, so we're gonna have a nice little debate. And we're gonna have multiple debates. It should be 3 of them. One of them dealing with his understanding on the New Testament. Then one of them, me going into showing that there is no connection between the new and the old. And then the third one would just be me showing Christianity as being not African in general. I hate hearing that shit. Like, I ain't even gonna lie to you. Even saying it was stolen and all of that. Like, nah, man. Let them have that bullshit. Because even when you go in a stolen act, to me, goes into you trying to make Jesus black bullshit. Like it's almost the same fucking thing. Like it really is. It's almost the same thing. And it's like it don't matter what he is. Nigga, he didn't exist. So why the fuck would you get into that argument? But you know, that's an argument you shouldn't even never get into. Let them folks win. That's what they believe it is. If they want to believe in fictitious characters, let them jump out the window with the Noah shit and all that. Like, it's aggravating when a nigga even. That's your chance to really look at them like they stupid as fuck. Like, huh? You're not supposed to let that slide. All right, my phone moving kind of fast. Let me cut this camera off. That might help. Mhm. My phone moving faster than I am. Get this shit here. This shit here. And y'all rocking with me. I'm gonna jump off though in a second. If ain't nobody gonna jump on, I gotta preserve some of this fucking battery for the day. Cause I don't plan on stopping until like 5. Really till it gets dark. Trying to go bananas. Panda. This 14809, 14805. Panda. Alright. So we got some catching up to do. I'm really waiting on this next season, man. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I got a lot of things I want to debate this next season. A lot of different things. Uh, a lot of them gonna be court cases though. I wanna debate a court case. A few of them, some historical ones. Maybe the Menendez twins. The Menendez brothers. I want to debate the OJ case. Uh, let me see. What else do I want to debate? Yeah, I definitely want to debate that OJ case. Heavy. I think that'll be a real heavy debate. But I want to debate some actual court cases, man. And what's dope about that is that um, we both getting introduced into the information, right? What I mean by that is that let's see what these look like. I didn't do these. I didn't do it. Thinking about doing this one. I thought this was an ant bed. I still do. Scoop some and see. You gotta watch these goddamn ant beds. To get you for real. Oh, there we go. Found a little frog. Tiny. He mad? Yep. Yeah, this one might be actually straight. Yeah, it's jumping though. I ain't gonna lie, man. Down here in Austin, this is a fucking beautiful ass city. Like for real, it really is. And what's crazy is it's supposed to be the cheapest place to stay at in America. I ain't seen that part yet, but we'll see. I guess it must be, as far as expensive shit, it's the cheapest. They got so much nice shit here. Texas in general. You do a lot of fucking work down this bitch. Like for real. Everything look brand new. I mean, I'm talking about everything look like they just built that shit like a week ago. Sidewalks and shit. Oh my shit. I'm digging though. I think I kind of like Austin the most. I ain't gonna lie to you. Food here is good too. Food almost kind of remind me of being, back home in San Diego and shit. But you still got the choice of like southern food too. Got a nice little mix. They got everything though. Everything you think of to eat down this bitch. I'm hungry. I don't know. I remember this street. This was a fucking ant bed at one point. I don't know. That's why I didn't do this shit. It's just cold. Got their ass hiding. I feel the Holy Spirit. But yeah, man. I'm gonna go ahead and end this live with y'all. I definitely enjoyed everybody that came out. Y'all already know. To end this thing, we got to give a special praise to the most beautiful goddess of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, Stimia, whose image is the most beautiful Whoopi Goldberg. Shout out to all my Babel builders in the building. Remember, if you are listening to this, together we are Babel. Let's build. Appreciate y'all coming through. I might go live a little bit later on. You know what I mean? Depending on what my battery look like. Or I might, actually, nah, I'm gonna go live at lunch. Put my battery on the little charger and shit and chop it up with y'all. I mean, put my phone on the charger and chop it up. So yeah, y'all hold it down, man. Peace and love. I appreciate y'all. Definitely. Let me see what we gonna get up out of here. Oh yeah, man. It's been a minute for
Sending shots with this chop, that's a dick pic. I can't mix with your block, I'm a misfit. Slide on my feet for a mission. Finna light your street up like it's Christmas. In a Shark Tank, talking big shit. Even out my pond, I'm a big fish. In a Shark Tank, talking big shit. Even out my pond, I'm a big fish. My nigga never leave a mission unfinished. Record still spotless, little nigga unblemished. You can feel the tension change every time they mention me. That's on game, run his name, it's for squeaky clinky history. Put him out his brains and his misery. Seriously, here he switching teams, wipe his memory. Instantly, on replay, I see it vividly. In the streets, they bumping your guns, now you looking weak. Got in his face for the fade and he couldn't speak, cooking he. Heard his own mama couldn't look at him. Left him on his knees, facing east like a Muslim. Destroy a nigga temple, break it down like Jerusalem. I'm finna have the streets on key and a padlock. And I got a lawyer like Madlock. I can never fold, I'm no laptop. You ain't never in the game, you a mascot. Sending shots with this chop, that's a dick pic. I can't mix with your block, I'm a misfit. Slide on my feet for a mission. Finna light up your street like it's Christmas. In a Shark Tank, talking big shit. Even out my pond, I'm a big fish. In a Shark Tank, talking big shit. Even out my pond, I'm a big fish. I swear to God, they ain't never seen this much sauce. Finna cut a rug like a bus off. Pray to God that my jam don't get cut off. I'ma do the dance in the trance, let me get off. I'm at the center of two ladies playing pickle. You can call me Malcolm, I'm the man in the middle. Catch me on stage pulling strings like a fiddle. Chevy chasing cheese like my name's Stuart Little. She like a rough, I push her brains in a pillow. Ask her if she rolling and she hand me the Rilla. So I'm twisting up this raspberry drizzle. And every single puff like a bag full of Skittles. And you gon' think they pulling chairs when I hit the flow. Right behind her pulling hair while she hit the dro. I got that 40 on my hip while she getting low. And I think she getting wet when she feel the cold. Sending shots with this chop, that's a dick pic. I can't mix with your block, I'm a misfit. Slide on my feet for a mission. Finna light your street up like it's Christmas.